All right, I'm here with Clarke McLaughlin, a volleyball player from Southeast Guilford, and I guess as it stands at the moment, leading the Falcons to a 5-2 record so far. Clarke, I mean, just getting started. I mean, what have been the biggest keys to success this season?
I think specifically for this season is the team chemistry. I think we're very close with each other, which helps us flow on the court. We have good trust and we have good players as well. So bringing that together, I think that really plays a good part.
I know you've been a key part on that defensive end, and
Yes.
and I don't know. I think in volleyball sometimes that back row gets a little underappreciated at times, but
Yeah.
I mean, for you, what is the biggest thing about you in terms of what's enabled you to have so much success out there?
Confidence, more on myself. This is my third year playing libero, and as I started out, I'm young. You're supposed to, take all the balls on the court. You hesitate, but now, like I'm a senior now, I have the confidence in myself, and then I'm more vocal, so I can tell my players, "Hey, move here, move there," and they trust me, and we have the respect for each other. So, yeah.
What do you think in terms of your younger version of yourself versus the more experienced self that you talked about? I mean, what were the biggest things that you did that enabled you to take that next step from the younger person that maybe wasn't as confident to who you've become now?
I've always envisioned what I wanted for myself, and so putting goals up to get there to my more confident, vocal, passionate self now. Gotta envision it first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you be open to sharing what some of your goals were that you wrote down, and kind of what you thought?
Let's see. So my previous coach, he kind of had me playing like a college libero, and then you take all the free balls, you take up more space, and I've always worked towards that, but now I feel more confident. Like, hey, you can push to the side. I got this. And again, having more and more confidence. I've always been confident, but you reach higher, you reach high. So that's how I've kind of built up to how I am now.
I know you mentioned kind of the idea of being that libero that gets all the balls and things like that. I mean, how do you balance being assertive in a way, but also not coming across as taking from your teammates or being considered, I don't know, like a ball hog, to use sort of
Yeah.
a basketball term, I guess?
So I always put myself in their place. I remember I started out, freshman, sophomore, like that. But they also have seen my skill in practice on the court, and they trust me more. If I say I have it, they know I'm not just taking it from them because I don't want them to have them. They know there's always a purpose, especially because the way you're on a 6'2", but we have so many hitters on the court. When I take certain balls, it opens up everybody else. So it feels better for me to take things away from them so they can focus on what they need to do, like hitting balls, attacking.
In terms of, I know you talked about your function in terms of helping others to hit more, do other things. How does that work in terms of that transition from defense to offense?
I guess the trust. I think I'm understanding your question correctly. My position, all I do is play defense. I don't get to hit. I don't get to do the attacking. So transitioning from defense to offense, I want them to let me handle it so they can focus and do what they need to do, because we all have certain roles. So when I get to do my job, you get to do your job 10 times better.
All right. And I guess for a libero, how would you describe a typical practice for a libero versus, let's say, an outside hitter or a right side hitter or something like that?
I'm loud. Being a libero, you have to be very, very vocal, and I'm already a vocal person in general. But for me, I'm the captain of the backcourt. I control the backcourt, so that's my role. I yell at my hitters, "Hey, go line, go cross." They know I'm not yelling at them, but of course, you got to be vocal. They're in their mind too. So just being vocal, being loud, taking on the balls. I'm always on the ground. There's never a practice where I'm not on the ground. I'm diving. I'm everywhere. That's just who I am. What I have to do.
I know you mentioned some of the communication, go line, go cross. I mean, what does that mean for your teammates that are listening to you?
That means they know I'm seeing something they're not. So of course they're focusing on certain spots, like I had to get the ball over, gotta get a kill. But from my perspective, I see where the other back row players are, where the block is at. So when I get to see it from a different perspective, they understand I see something that they don't. They trust me too, so they feel more confident when I tell them to go line, go cross, go in the donut hole or tip.
In terms of your vision of the court, I know you mentioned kind of being the quarterback of the, the court, if you will. What were the biggest things that helped you to understand those concepts, be able to read, what's going on, what the opponent's doing, and kind of how to best set up your teammates on the offensive end there?
I'd say coaching and watching film. I'm very big on watching film in all sports. I watch volleyball college games all the time, and then you pick certain players. Like, of course, I'm gonna watch the liberos on college teams because that's who I want my role models to be. So, and then coaching wise, they told me, hey, you need to be more vocal. And so as I started playing more, I was like, okay, even though I'm not hitting, I can still play a part in that. So telling them go line, go cross, that's me playing my role in that.
Okay. Are there any particular college players that you enjoy watching or anything like that?
I would say Elena Scott from Louisville. What was her name? She played for Texas. Zoe Fleck. She was one of the best liberos that I've watched in recent times. I watched her. You can watch their lips, especially when you know what to watch for. You hear them say 2 blocks up, go line, go cross, go tip. Just watching her, I was like, I want to be like her. I want to go across the court and save balls that are probably not even mine.
All right. And I mean, have you always considered yourself a film junkie, so to speak, or did that come along later? Or
I'd say it started freshman year with lacrosse because we had film. I know in middle school I didn't really, watch. Of course, I watched college sports on YouTube. I didn't watch myself. But once freshman year came along, I watched film all the time. As soon as the game ends, I'm like, looking, when is it going to be posted? Because I love watching myself, what I need to correct myself on, what I can do better, what I did good.
Okay. Do you have a kind of a method to your film study? Is there a process that you like kind of your process in terms of how you approach film study?
Of course, after games, I reflect. I debrief with my parents. I'm like, I remember this, this, and this. What went wrong, what went good. And then when I go back and watch film, I'm like, okay, maybe what I remembered was different. And just watching myself and not writing down things, but like making mental notes of, hey, don't do this or do that. That was good. Keep on doing that.
Okay. You see, going